Organisations there actually budget ahead and strategically think about what interim management heads they need in their business for the coming year. I think to date in Australia we've been very much an emergency service for, we need someone tomorrow, so we're the last port of call, whereas in the UK and the US those markets are sufficiently mature that organisations think ahead about the different areas of their organisations where they need some interim help, and they will then strategically deploy executive interims into their business depending on where they need that specific skill set.
The Australian market for interim is at a different stage than the UK and the US, and I think we'll play a bit of catch up with those markets. So where 40 to 50% of the population in the US and the UK works contingently, right now it's about 15% in Australia, and the stats would suggest that that will by 2020 move to 30%, and then I think catch up very quickly with those other marketplaces. So I think what we can learn from those marketplaces is it's a very viable, it's very real, it's the way that people work.
So when you look at the UK and the European market, interim's been growing there and reached a degree of maturity over the last 30 years or so, and it's a highly competitive space to work in, and the firms over there that deliver interim services do so very well and operate very quickly. So I think we can learn from the lessons of those existing players and how to apply those principles here.
Our interim managers can hit the ground running. They bring many years of experience, often having done this exact business challenge or this initiative many times prior. So the business gets the benefit of immediacy, of upskilling their team and delivering on results for the business where in an environment where businesses need to move very quick.
I think it's instant deployment of skills and experience, and I think one of the primary benefits of interim management is the fact that you're placing someone on assignment who's done that work before at a high degree and very successfully, so there's no learning on the job, and also it mitigates risk. And the majority of the assignments that we have from clients, there's always some degree of imperative around time that tasks need to be done, and also quite a significant risk factor associated with some of those assignments. So you mitigate risk a lot by putting an experienced person in.
Leadership qualities, I think that's the other key area where we get asked a lot by organisations to bring in some seasoned leadership skill to what is almost certainly an incendiary kind of environment, and so that's really important to have a strong sense of leadership and experience in dealing with teams of people, invigorating teams and encouraging them and seeing them through, steadying the ship, so to speak.
Well, sometimes an interim, or usually an interim, can bring out additional skills and experience that the incumbent doesn't have. And what we're seeing in the market is an increasing use of interims who have had experience in sectors outside that of the assignment, and that can really be valuable in bringing in better practice from other sectors into that particular assignment and organisation.
Yeah, I think it's a really good question actually, because an organisation is very focused on being able to offer succession planning and a career path for their people that are working in the organisation. What we find is that there is a need to backfill, and that backfilling of an executive position when someone's been seconded off into an organisation because of change or transformation is something that, so you can have it both ways. You can actually ensure that your people are being promoted or seconded onto interesting and challenging work within the organisation, but at the same time ensuring that they're not expected to do their day job as well. And so for 3, 6, 9, 12 months you can bring in a specialist to sit in their chair and backfill their role.
Yeah, the companies really should look at interim as a management strategy of how to deliver on what it is that they have to do. As organisations are running leaner and leaner, what I think you'll see is more organisations bringing the skills for anything outside business as usual in on a contingent labour basis. And our interims are well placed to deliver that, and I would suggest a great business strategy for business leaders for how they need to deliver into the future.